Throw me up there. Hey, everybody. Welcome, YouTube. Or as BrickSmith would say, hey, YouTube. It's good to have y'all here. And we've got a room started here with some friends. We'll have some friends coming in later. And we'll start with Keith. You introduce yourself, tell you who you are, what you're doing.
Me?
Yeah, man. Start it off. Just say hello to everybody.
Oh, boy. All right, so I'm going to be building, hopefully finishing off, the high school.
Oh.
We got 2 bags left. So usually I've been doing about 2 bags a show, so I think we'll finish it off tonight.
That's cool. I saw somebody post that may have started going on clearance at Walmart. So
it did. I picked up 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I need to look for that then.
That and the Lighthouse went on clearance too, and that's the second wave. And that one went down to 30.
Wow.
I got a few of those too.
All right.
I live in the wrong area for that.
Yeah, me too. I used to live in an area where I got more of that. So, all right. And Moto, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today?
Nice.
I'd like to give a shout out to Bama Bricks, Jake, Winter Bricker, all the usual people are here. Dude, Jude, hey.
Yeah,
Good to see you guys. Deciduous. Can see all you guys. You're doing great.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I accidentally, I was building a Lego Riser 2000, accidentally turned it on, and I can't figure out how to turn it off.
so crazy. All right. And I want to introduce to the folks in Big Bucket Nation a friend of mine. He is my ambassador in my lug, and he is a good friend and also a great space builder and an all-around awesome nerd. This is my friend Dana. I'm trying to get him to call him Troubles Bricking, but he won't change his name from Troubles Brewing, but that is okay.
It's the double entendre. I got to just stick with it, though. So, it is what it is.
Hey, it's okay, Troubles Brewing. I hear you, man.
Reach across there and slap. Well, I can't do it. Anyway, all right. Oh, I got Butt Chop coming in here. Let's throw Butt Chop in here.
Oh, yeah.
Butt Chop.
How you doing, man? Hello.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. What you doing?
Nice to meet you. Presume Troubles Brewing, and there's Straw Bricks and Moto.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Awful. Nothing. Good. Real good. We guys doing space? What are we doing? Breaking out our old classic space sets? Are we doing showing mocks? I got a space mock.
Well,
It's not for good.
Space is my thing, and so since we went into space and we put a man, all that kind of stuff, put 2 dudes, Bob and Doug McKenzie from Canada into space. So we were gonna talk about space and everything. Julian can't be here tonight, or he'll be on in a little bit later. I hope. Join us in our chat.
Well, I'm feeling you. I got this gigantic space egg dome next to me that I built, and I can show you guys more of that tonight. It's been really awesome.
Yeah, man. So, Butch, if you got some space to show, we can talk about it. You got some, man?
Yeah, just give me a minute. I wasn't prepared. I didn't get to go through hair or makeup yet, so I gotta check with my producers and stuff. Otherwise, which actually just means I gotta get my mock out of a diaper box. That's where I keep it, inside the diaper box from Toys R Us.
I hope it's not a used diaper box. So.
No, well, the diapers were used, but that was about 12 years ago. It's a vintage Toys R Us diaper box. You can't buy them anymore. Very cool box. Held a lot of great memories, a lot of great facilitators of many poo and peas. Very nice.
Did you say a diaper box?
Yeah, it's a diaper. Ooh, Tari stool.
Oh. There you go. I hit the wrong button there, Moto. Sorry. There we go.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know about those diaper boxes. It sounds.
Tari stool. Get your Tari stool.
All right.
What's up, Dude Jude? Gotta say hey to Dude Jude. Bama Bricks, awesome that he's here. Jake Potter, what's up? And don't forget, Darth Hall is in the chat. We got Darth Hall and Winter Bricker. Always great to see you, Jolene. And Stud Sidious, my main man over in New York City.
That's
New
awesome.
York City.
Here.
He makes
You guys
salsa.
are able to find over here. So anyway, so what I'm building right now is a Blacktron moon base, and I'm building it in halves. So here is the first half here.
Big screen, big screen.
I'll take the big screen. Here we go. All right, so here is half of it. Built this on Friday. The other half is a mirror. Well, go this way. Other half is a mirror right here. All right, so, and I'm trying to fill in the floor and the gaps and all that kind of jazz. So this will be the bottom part, and there'll be a large Blacktron kind of tower on top. So that is the space I got going on currently in my room and everything. So
Did you say Blacktron 2?
Blacktron 1.
Oh, Blacktron 1?
Yeah, I'm old school Blacktron.
What color was the were those trans panels?
They're regular yellow. It just looks weird on. Here you go. They're regular.
Yeah, they didn't look yellow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are. I think you got so many lights that it's dimming them up a little bit.
Yeah, I should have turned that joker off right
No,
there.
it looks good. I'm not saying anything. The lighting I was like, are those yellow or are they green?
No,
But I can't see colors anyway. So
I hear you, Bud Chop. I think I hear you. I hear it, man. I hear it in your voice. I hear, that thing. Welcome, Micah. Micah is a friend of mine that's joining us in the chat there. That's awesome. And Micah, we call him Sasquatch from.
Oh, Squatch Boy.
That's right. All right. So my friend Dana is new to you guys in Pink Bucket Nation, and so I'm gonna let him show off some space that he has and he's built. He is an excellent spacer, and so I'm gonna give him the big screen here.
Can he do like a super quick intro, FAQ about himself or something like?
I'm very shy, so it's going to be really hard for me to talk about myself.
Okay, like what's your blood type, social security number, that type of stuff, non-personal stuff.
All we need to know is if you're an innie or an outie. So here we have friend Dana, the big screen here, and go ahead and tell us about yourself, my man.
All right, so all right. So first and foremost, this little beauty here.
Ooh, nice.
Was my introduction to space Lego when I was a kid. This is my original space introduction set.
Is that the actual one from being a kid?
That's my actual one from when I was being a kid, along with about 7 other classic space sets that I had growing up. And then, by the time high school came around, Lego dropped into the gutter, but I always still held on to those sets. And then Lego Movie 2 came out, and Benny's Spaceship kind of brought me out of the dark age. I was introduced to a lug, the Dixie lug, which I have now become the Lego ambassador for Dixie lug. And I was introduced to Chris and Mark Sandlin, who are just old school crazy space guys that just ignited my blood to go into doing all sorts of moon base and collecting classic space. I went through and I actually parted out and collected all 74 original classic space sets. So I have all those in my collection. Wow. I've even gone so far as to make my own classic space helmet.
That is a non-Lego piece. Please do not put that on a screen.
Oh my!
And a giant radio. So
okay. Light it up. Come on, man. Do the full. Does it light up?
Oh, you want to see it light up? Okay, hang on.
Of course we do.
Hang on. It looks better without the glasses on. Who knows if the lights in here are too bright?
Oh yeah, there we go.
There you go. So when I'm walking around a convention, especially at night, and I look yellow, and I'm all yellow, and then
you look like
take the helmet off.
John,
people's heads just explode because they're like, "Oh, you're not yellow." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not yellow."
Well, and that thing makes you look unhuman, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, look, a serious case of jaundice. Serious case of jaundice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's classic space. We're talking with Chris and geeking out and stuff like that, and I've done a classic space X-wing, an ice planet, snow speeder, and a bunch of other mock. Right now, I'm actually starting to work on. I've had this bucket list thing of that I've wanted to do a ship. The seriously huge investment in parts, and so I saw this thing on. I think it was Brick Elementary or New Ideas, something where somebody took, brick separators and just different ways of doing things with them. So I started working on these modular containers to be my core of my ship, to give me that extra length and stuff like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
That
then
is fantastic.
the idea to use like vertical, or he was working on a ship this side, and I flipped it up this way, so it kind of looked like a giant fish, I think, or like a giant space trucker kind of thing, like a la.
What about a space trout?
Kind of feel, you know how they have long cargo ships with all the containers in the middle? That's the idea kind of going with. So
yeah.
Hi, Brick Blaze.
Hi, Brick Blaze. Hi.
Welcome to the chat, Brick Blaze.
Hello, everyone.
Hey. You're sitting down there. I didn't know I was like, where is he? And then there's a slider. So anyway.
Yeah, well, while you guys were talking, I went out back and got my original Galaxy Explorer set. It's fantastic.
Nice.
I mean, if you can remember the original Galaxy Explorer, I mean, having this here in front of me, it just brings back so many memories.
That's 497, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely incredible set, and then, the back opens up and stuff comes out. It's just incredible. I'm going to go put it back on the shelf, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, see you guys.
Those brick separators make it look like really cool, like ribbed paneling, like corrugated paneling.
Yeah.
It looked really cool like that, man. Can you hold one up again? I didn't get to see.
Yeah.
You held it up for so quick that I didn't even get to hand into it.
The big screen there. There we go.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it gives it that corrugated metal type look.
So it's got that. For me, it says shipping container.
Yeah.
That waffle look to it,
Yeah.
and just use some snot pieces inside to make it so that it's because it studs on studs not on top, definitely. There's studs on the bottom, basically on both sides.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like a perfect little. Almost looks like it would be like an air filter for a futuristic car. You plug that thing in there, and then that'll filter out your air, that's your outtake intake.
Yep, I can totally see it. Yep. I had my choice with trying to make them bigger so they weren't so thin, but working with the snot inside to try and make everything work, and it was just going to be too fragile. And I said, I'm just going to leave it the way it is for now.
No, this year thin is in, bro. Thin is the new Slender. It's the new Slender.
Well, then that means your host is out because I'm not slender. But anyway, hey, Dana, so you, we talked about this a little bit, but you got back into the Lego hobby late, long dark age kind of thing. And you said, was it the Benny space set that really kind of piqued your interest, or?
I say that it's Benny's spaceship that really. I was picking up Star Wars Lego from time to time. Like the original Slave One that was all chunky back in the early 2000s. I grabbed that. I grabbed a couple of the other Slave Ones, and so I was kind of dipping my toe in every so often. But it was definitely the Benny spaceship and Lego Movie 2 that got me going to the Lego store that's local to my house. And a couple of people would say, hey, are you just building sets? Do you free build? And I was like, I'd like to free build, but so it was definitely the opening. Definitely the opening was Benny Spaceship.
Kevin Hinkle says Doc Sampson has competition for best on-screen presence now, thanks to
yeah, Mr. Hinkle draws and Brick Trains. Brick Trains is here. How you doing, man?
Yeah, hey
Brick
guys.
Somniac is here. Brick Somniac. Nice to see you, man.
You hit the wrong
Did
button.
you unplug it? Yeah.
All right, so Dana, now I'm just going to a couple more questions. You started in, I think you connected and found us through the Lego. Right?
Sorry, a little feedback.
You found the Lego community and the local lug and everything through the Lego store. Is that right? Isn't that how you kind of connected with us?
That is correct. One of the other lug members who was part-time at the Lego store at the time had just brought up the question and said, hey, are you familiar with the lug? And I was like, I've heard of them. I've gone looking for something, but like at the time there was some defunct North Georgia train group that had defunct, was no longer available. So I kind of gave up looking for it. And then so when the guy at the liquor store said, "Hey, here, look him up on Facebook," and I think like a week or two later was a meeting, and I went tropping in, and that was the beginning. I was just like, okay, I'm back into a whole new world.
Yeah, and it's that rabbit hole gets really deep really fast.
Oh,
Hey, for Zoom.
Yeah.
That helmet early on really inspired me. I'm gonna try to change my outfit here real quick. Oh, and this is the latest City space set, the double stage rocket. I really like the decals. It really brings out the detail of that nose cone. Really, really great play features. But I'm gonna go put this back because it's my kid's set, and I'm just gonna try to get inspired by that helmet.
Yeah, I'm also liking the waffled bottom wall there you got going on, and
yeah, that's my that's my backdrop. It's all textile. So yeah.
Hey, Brooks, what's going on?
That's great. That's great. All right.
It's all textile.
Maybe any of y'all want to start how you guys now. My story is I've been Lego dude for a long time. I don't know if some of you have just come into it recently or how long. What was your connection back in the community? Bricks, what would you say?
So for me, I got back into Lego, I think around 2016, and I was walking through the aisles of Target and saw the Millennium Falcon on an end cap. And I picked it up, looked at it, I was like, oh wow, it looks really cool, because I was used to building with Lego when it was 2x4 bricks and you had, your 45-degree slopes, and that was about it. Some doors and windows, tires, So I'm looking at all the different pieces and all the detail and stuff, and put it back on a shelf, walked up towards the front, and was like, no, I can buy that. So I went back, grabbed it, built it, and then kind of hooked ever since then. But I kind of got into just building the biggest sets. So I bought a couple of small sets, and you finish them like that. And then I started getting into like the Tower Bridge, the Helicarrier. I'm trying to think the Ghostbusters Firehouse. That was like probably the third or fourth set I built. And then ever since then, I've been, kind of focusing on different themes. So I got right now the Lego Movie 2 stuff set up here. Back here, I'm working on the Hidden 5 First Wave. And then I got the modulars and some other things. And I actually didn't get into a lug until I want to say 2018. And similar story. Someone at the Lego store. I'm sitting there feeling one of the CMFs to get the full collection, and he's like, "Oh, you buying those for yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I'm part of the I Love New York," and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I saw you guys online and stuff." And they were having a meeting. I think I just missed like that next week that meeting they had, so I went with them the next month. And been a member of that lug since then.
Cool.
So that's kind of my Lego introduction.
Well, I've got to go to the big screen. I was paying attention to every word. This is killing me.
Hey guys, I'm part of Denlug. I got back into Lego about 4.5 years ago and was building sets for about a year. And I made my first mock and went to man, the gravity really turned off in here. Sorry, I'm having a hard time. And
Yeah, you're shaking like you're detoxing.
how's that? Oh, whew, I made it back to the ground. Whew, okay. So yeah, I got
space boo.
So I got back when I finally joined Denlug. That's where it started to take off, and I've just been building space-based mocks for nearly my whole building career. The wolf head I've been putting together is actually a departure from my normal spacey stuff that I do.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's me.
All right, it's interesting. It seems like Lego store is a connection for some of us. Rick Blaze, tell us a little bit of your story, man.
All right, we'll switch back here. So I like to say I had what was a gray age. I don't say I had a dark age necessarily because I never got rid of all the Lego I had as a child. I still have it all to this day.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So, which admittedly isn't like a whole lot compared to what I have now. I did slow down on buying things. So for a while, I was just buying the Star Wars stuff. That was it. And then when the Friends sets came out, we were looking at them in the store. My wife's seen them. She's like, "Oh, I kind of like these, and I want some of them." So she bought some. I was like, "Well, if you're gonna get a Lego set, I'll make a Lego set." And it just kind of snowballed from there. And I'd say finding the community here was when we moved into this house. I had already seen Jang. I found his videos I don't know, I was Google searching something, and one of his videos popped up. And then as I was sitting here, and we had nothing really moved in yet. The internet was connected up though, so I just got on the Wi-Fi on my phone, and then was looking up videos, and then there happened to be a Saturday Night Live stream on. So I watched a little bit of it, and then just kind of started watching everybody's video from there.
Cool. Well, that's interesting that it seems like, so you came into community more through the YouTube and users on YouTube than it was where we came through with, because I grew up going through message boards and LugNet and all that kind of stuff. So the YouTube community was kind of your interest, and it's kind of my new thing.
Yeah. There's not really a lug that I can join necessarily. The one that there is one in St. Louis, but the first time I tried to research that kind of thing, they pretty much focus solely on trains, and I don't do trains very much. I only have one, and it doesn't have any track. But now there is a lug that I can join. However, they meet on Saturdays, and due to my job, I work every single Saturday. So.
Oh man.
And what does that say about you as a person that you can't, a lug won't even accept you, huh, Blaze? I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just kidding.
All right, hey, Butch up, man. How did you get in? What's your history, man?
Well, like Blaze said, there's a gray age. I don't really know what that is, but I never, all my Lego from my childhood was still at my mom's. I have some of it here, what she'll let me take. She holds it hostage. She hoards all my childhood toys, all my Star Wars from the 70s, 80s, all the GI. Everything I had is in my mom's closet in the spare bedroom or old kids' room. And so I have some of my Lego, but I had a 20-year dark age when I got into drugs and alcohol in high school. And then now I'm sober, and I'm 8 years sober. And so about end of 2014, I got back because of the Monster CMFs, the Monster series of the collectible minifigures. My brother was asking me to help feel them at the store so he could find certain ones. My brother was back he's my 4-year younger brother. He was back from his dark ages earlier than I was because of the Simpsons, I think, brought him back. The Simpsons CMFs and stuff. So I thought the Monster CMFs were pretty awesome, and then the Lego movie came out, and kind of like Dana there, the Benny's spaceship. I was amazed. I left the theater going, I remember feeling this way when I was a kid about Lego, and it all rushed back. And so I was doing other stuff in my sobriety to, take up my time and keep me in the right place. And then I'm like, I'm going to buy a few Lego sets and stuff. And I started, and then I just went balls out crazy. And now here I am. I got into the Lego community just watching channels. Didn't really see a lot that I liked. I came across the Brickhead Family's channel, and they're real close to me, 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away. And I could relate to Nick. So I started commenting and stuff and going to their live streams, and he had me in on a live stream, and then all of a sudden Julian found me in there, and he just what he does, he collects AFOLs, and then I got sucked into this festering cesspool of a Lego community on YouTube. But I do have some of my sets from my childhood if we're doing that, because I saw Dana.
Let's see it, man. Let's see it.
Dana had his sweet space set, and I'll show you my first one, since that's what this is my first set ever, and this is 1985 steam shovel. And this is my actual set from when I was a kid. This isn't rebought. This is put back together from the Lego at my mom's.
Sweet.
So this is all original. This is my first set I ever got. I love it. I loved it.
Oh,
I
yes.
still love it.
Yes, that is a fantastic set.
And I'm in love with this thing. The back comes off.
Yeah, and did you guys?
Turn.
Oh, that's great. And the latest haunted house set has that vintage brick but in white with the print pattern going vertical. Yeah.
That vintage slope brick with the lines is also before the haunted house was reprinted and put out in a Frozen set.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Me and Haley were looking at the inventories on the new Frozen sets for Frozen 2, and she goes, "Look at this," and I'm like, "What? They're bringing back my favorite slope?" Because when I was a kid, that's my favorite slope when I was a kid.
Bird Chop, I hate to go ahead, but do you have it looks like you have a Magnetron set in there. Is that right or not?
And tons of Mtron. Here's my first classic space set.
Yes.
And it has the green windshield, man. It's got that classic computer terminal. The whole back comes off so he can deploy his all right, this is my modular station. And then I can drive off and leave someone there and they can die in space with their modular station and he goes back home. But yeah, this was my first set. I built it. It was also my first run-in with Technic because the wheels are on with Technic axles.
Yep.
So that was my first run-in with that. So my first space set was also my first Technic kind of segue into Technic, which I did get into Technic in the late 80s. I enjoyed building that and messing around with the pneumatic pumps. But yes, I did collect Mtron. See, since I had a brother, it went like this. I collected Classic Space. He collected Castle. Then Space Police or Futron came out. I obviously segued into Futron. But then Space Police came out, and my brother really liked Space Police. So I took Blacktron 1. He took Space Police. So here's my first Futron set. And this has it's awesome because the thrusters are white shells.
Those white goblets are awesome.
Yeah, rare as a goat's nut.
Super rare.
Yeah. So then this set was my first Futron. I was in love with Futron. Then Blacktron came out. I'm like, these are my guys. These are my people, you know? And the first one I got was the Alienator. It's kind of crushed right now. But the Walker.
I love, that's a castle panel, right? Lying flat to make up the body?
Corner castle panels for the back carapace. It's a carapace. I'm just kidding. I call it a carapace because it reminds me of the shell of a crab. And then it's got the walking legs that kind of shuffle along, but I just pretended it was like an AT-AT when I was a kid. I'm like, oh, the Blacktron AT-AT. And then, so that was my first Blacktron 1 set, and I do have the secret message decoder base from the same one from my childhood. That I got that one Christmas. Actually, that was a Christmas birthday combo gift. That was my whole year's worth of gift was the Blacktron base because of how expensive it was. Yeah. So I got the Blacktron secret decoder. I just took it apart because it was just sitting there collecting dust. But yeah, so those basically I had all the Mtron sets except the big one. So I had
the magnetizer. Oh,
I gotta rebuild them at my mom's. I even had the one that came in the multi-pack because me and my brother used to get the multi-pack all the time. They had one little set from every theme, and we'd split them up. It's missing the control panel because I used it on my double-decker space Mtron porta potty. Right here. That's my mock. This is my mock for the This is the Mtron double-decker toilet. So that is that. And
that is gold. That's gold.
And then this is the one. I played the crap out of this guy. And they used those.
Look at that.
These were new at the time. And so these were just fresh off the boat, right? And they put those little control panels on there. I'm like, that is wicked awesome.
Love
and then when you turn this thing, that does the, it's a. Called. So then that's got the magnet to hold the boom, and it's got the magnet for the magnet box. So I was just thinking about that.
Interesting thing about that set, though, is that there is a 1x1 tile with a stud going, or with a Technic pin going downward. It only came in that set, It's a really rare part.
Really?
Yeah.
Or it's either red or black. I forget which one it is, but it only came in that set.
Yeah. Hey, what do you guys think about neoclassic space? Like revisiting it, but with all the modern parts and pieces and all that cool
I
stuff.
love it.
Yeah.
Let me go to Brick.
I'm trying to find the part.
Oh, I got to get close to look at Brickblaze's stuff here.
Yeah, here we go. Brick Blaze.
Well,
Here. Blacktron 2.
Blacktron 2 Celestial Starguider has never come apart. I put it together once, and it's been together since then.
I love it.
Ooh, V-Tron 2.
The shelf.
Yes, see, then what happened? Remember, I said I was a Blacktron 1. My brother was Space Police 1. When Blacktron 2 came out, M-Tron was still out, so I was M-Tron. My brother went to Blacktron 2, so I didn't do Blacktron 2. And then my brother got into Space Police 2, and I was getting older, but at the same time, yeah, I was getting screwed on the space deal because my brother started taking all of the scenes in space. I'm like, dude, you got the castle. You back up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
no
the
kidding.
space stuff, it didn't really matter. We kind of got whatever we liked, but my brother usually got all the police stuff, and then I got all the fire stuff when it came to the town.
That's exactly the same with me, Blaze. I got all the fire, and he got all the police. And we just did that because then, I don't know, my parents I think they pushed for it, so we wouldn't be stepping on each other's toes, like crossing themes. And I'm like, that's my police set. And my brother's, no, that's my police set.
I think my dad did it so that it was easy to keep track of, like, did you have that set or not? You know, because he'd go shopping for my birthday, and he knew only to get me fire stuff, so it was easy to keep track of what he'd already got me.
Well, it always seemed like with all my friends, you either had one. You typically always had one theme. It was either there was like my friends who had castle, my friends who had like space, or friends who had western. It's very rare when somebody had multiple themes as a kid.
Oh yeah, I had pirate.
Hey, Fazoom. I apologize. I really do have something to show off that is space themed, but I have to drop from this call on this device and go to another one. Okay, so you can check for me in the green room in a little while.
Man. Well,
Yo, check for me in your local green room.
Yep. See you guys soon. See you guys soon.
Green room.
Bye.
And hey, Chris, I do want to share something just to show my street cred. So I don't know if this is going to work correctly or not.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let me get the screen here.
Real quick.
Let's see how this works.
Did you try to add another stream to the thing?
Yeah, hang on. Let me see if this will work now.
Oh, I saw it there. I didn't highlight it. Sorry.
There.
I'll add it to the stream. Here we go.
Does that show up now?
Oh, there it is.
So after I came out of my dark ages and I had my original 8 sets, I got into a gig where a guy was paying me in bricks to sort bulk brick for him, and I could keep whatever I wanted. So I started going through, and I found like 2 or 3 smaller sets, and I was like, oh, great. So I think I'm going to go through and I'm going to go and collect every single classic space set. And it took me about 2.5, almost 3 years. And I got down to where I was missing a bunch of just like random printed pieces or unique pieces. And I think I wanted, finishing off the last bit was a sale from a guy from Soren from Denmark, hooked me up with a bunch of pieces. So by the time I was all done, other than the time invested, I only probably spent about $300 when all said and done to part all of this together.
Wow.
And the sad thing was that when I got done, I was all excited and I was like, now what? So needless to say, I have also completed Futron, M-Tron, Ice Planet, Blacktron 1, Blacktron 2, and now I'm just working on finishing up Space Police 1, 2, and Spyrius, and I think that's probably where I'm going to call it quits.
You know what? I'm faithful to my wife. I love my wife, but looking at that picture, it's so beautiful. I need a cigarette. I'm just saying. I don't know what that means, though. I really don't. Anyway, all right, what you got there? Hang on. Let me see that, man. That's some Ice Planet goodness right there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Chop, I don't know if you saw this. Let me show you something, dude.
Yeah, show me up. Show me.
Oh yeah, show your dude. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's so beautiful.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, and I don't know. This is it's just built off the simple framework for the Spider-Man mech that's out right now. It's an easy to swap out. But here you go, man. This is for you, buddy. I built this last week on the stream, and but I improved his staff, so I made the brick built.
The Triforce.
Triforce, yeah. So there's the Blacktron guy, right?
That's awesome. That's using those sign pieces with the clips on the back is awesome for the tri logo.
Yeah, I'm going to build a bigger version for that on the this base I got here. Somebody brought up the neoclassic stuff. Was it Moto? Was he talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring him back in here. He's waving at me.
Sure.
Oh, I see. Who's in the
stickers.
Hey guys, yeah, I love neoclassic space. Like Alec Hole and some of those guys, man. The stuff they make is absolutely incredible.
Yeah. Well, I've got a Neo Blacktron here. The Renegade, the Walker.
Ooh, I'm gonna get in close so I can see this.
Yeah, here we go. Let me just show this off here. Hit the right button. There we go.
Oh.
That's brutally awesome.
I added in all the. I'm not gonna pull it apart and everything right now, but I've added in all the connectivity where you can pop these parts apart, right? Yeah. So that it's modular and you can. And I've got the vehicle as well. Here's this version of it. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Oh, nice. Oh, for the Batrax?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you
like a modern version of the Batrax.
And you put like wheels within wheels.
Yeah.
So you can roll while you roll.
That's right. But you can just do this with the Batrax. You can pop off the front and you can pop off the back like the originals, and then reassemble them as a new spaceship, just like the original Blacktron you could. So that's the.
Oh yeah, they're all modular. Yeah,
all modular there.
So Chris, I've been wanting to ask you since you started doing those, because you've basically been going through the whole Blacktron or the original Blacktron sets and modernizing them. But what inspired you to do that?
It's your stupid spaceship that you did.
we all enable each other. Yeah.
Yes, I need to see it.
So when I forget one of the two last collectible miniseries came out, and they had the little bounty hunter is what they listed him as. And he totally has the Triforce on his chest. And I thought that those dudes need a drop ship. And so this is what happened.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's literally James Cameron's dropship from Aliens in black form.
And I even made it so that the thrusters can rotate so that it'll land.
Yeah, does it do like the missile fold out and all that stuff? That's crazy.
The Harrier capability.
And it's even got the old
there you go.
Here we go. Down the bottom. And so eventually I'm going to put a little like container in the back for something, but yeah, just adding some classic yellow.
You should, yeah. If you put like because Blacktron actually had androids that were, very fierce, you could do like a rolling tank that's reminiscent of the tank that came off that thing in Aliens.
That would be a cool idea. That would be a cool.
Yeah.
It also
was that the bounty hunters. I thought making like a cryo chamber for stick Benny in there as they've hunted him down, and that's what's in the cryo chamber.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and you also were inspired a lot by I don't know if you mentioned that. I dropped that for a second. The Quinjet or whatever from.
Oh yeah, I basically I'd never built a ship like that before, so I like to sometimes just build certain sets to see how the designers kind of came up with the idea of doing certain things. I'm always fascinated when they do snot in the side to add some more stuff. Yeah, ships and snot. I'm in there. I now have a new shirt I have to find.
There you go.
But yeah, so I had taken just the bits and pieces that I liked of the different Quinjets, and also the first Milano and the canopy section from a Star Wars set, and just kind of kit bash the crap out of it. And it's surprising me, how well it wound up turning out and looking. So I was pleased with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
And I felt like I was going to inspire Chris.
No. Being in the same club with this guy is like when he throws this up at us at the club, right? And we're like, what the heck, man? Come on, right? So
What's up, Reed?
You guys should have played it off like no big thing. Like when he shows you, I'd be like, whatever.
I do have a setup.
Everybody has that.
I was going to say I put a setup behind me that I was photographing. I left it up for you guys if you wanted to see it.
all right.
Yeah.
Everybody, let's go to Moto Land. Here we go.
Yeah, let me get my glasses on here.
All right, to Moto Land.
Good
All right.
thing you put glasses on.
Oh, I remember seeing bits of this.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So these are all of the components of the spaceship I've been putting together.
Moto, can we just say we do not want to see you knock it over like you did the robot last week, okay?
Well,
There's a part of me that does, but anyway, go ahead.
no, I mean, truth be told, it's this thing is built to last, so I don't think you have to worry about it.
Oh, wow. Nice and stable.
Yeah. So I could do a one-arm lift to that sucker. You guys have seen me swoosh stuff, but that was what I was doing is really the former version of this thing collapsed when the garage door was left open, like a raccoon got in or something, and it all blew apart. So it's been really about making it really tough and stable. And I've got you guys are familiar with the egg shape. That's the top part of it.
Yeah.
And then I've got the main body here with the fins coming off. And then I've got pieces of the engine. There's 4 engines. Let me just grab one of the other 4 engines so you can see what it looks like together.
If I tried to build that, fins coming off would just be what I would call it because it would fall apart all the time.
Yeah. But there's Technic and there's Technic. So, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And then it's got like a hollow core to it and all that.
That's a nacelle. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it's a nacelle. Yeah, that's the idea. Is there's 4 of these, and they would stand up, and then they'd connect to the spars down there, and then the top of that would go on there. But I just wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
Butt Chop would like to see you smash it.
You want to see me smash it?
Smash it. Yep.
No.
Smash it all. That's what it says. Smash it.
Oh!
Oh no!
There you go. There you go, Butt Chop.
Like Chris's reaction was the best.
We can rebuild it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, don't.
That was horrific.
I built it. I can put it back together.
That's just all. What a good.
I really don't like breaking things, but in this case, this thing was so wrecked, I have to rebuild it all from scratch anyway. So it's no big deal to break it at this point, because I have to redesign it. Ooh, that's a cool look.
But Chop says Lego is unrebuildable.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't look beautiful. That looks like a headache. That's what.
Well, if he was gonna redo it anyway,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter if he was gonna fix stuff on there. I doubt he would have done it if it was completely finished and to his liking. I'm sure he wouldn't have taken.
Oh no, no, guys. If I put 400 plus hours into something, there's no way I'd just throw it on the floor.
Yeah.
You know that.
You gotta figure he didn't just smash it because some idiot told him to. He was gonna rebuild it anyway, so he probably didn't care.
Okay, Butt Chop, I need you to tell Moto that Chris needs a check for $20,000. Can you get him to do that for me right quick? That would be great.
I just realized everything's akimbo here. I'll try to level it back out. Yeah, but you can take me off the big screen unless you guys had questions about how I built it or anything like that. It's all good.
Okay, but don't smash anything else. I
will not.
It was only
Luckily, you were rebuilding, I guess, but
Yeah,
that was
like I said, that
it was pretty brutal when you threw it down. I thought looters had gotten into your house for a second.
no, I mean I've got 3 others. So I got a template on how to put it back together. It's not a big deal.
There's 47 others in the broom closet. I didn't need that.
Not exactly.
The place is riddled with them. I can't get rid of them. It's like a
Yeah. So like tribbles.
So,
Yeah.
Motor, did you design stuff in like say LDD or Studio or something like that, or does that all free build from the get go?
It's all free built, and I can give you a good example as to why. I'll have to pick up the phone here, and let me see if I can reverse the camera on this device.
Reverse the charges on this call.
Can I?
Reverse all the charges on this
Come on.
call.
So who knew that you had a Kevin Hinkle designed avatar? That's pretty cool.
It happened very recently, and I saw Kevin was in the chat. I want to thank Kevin for all of that.
There are many here who are
So-
Hinkle, because Hinkle does some really good work. So
Yeah. Well, this stinks. I can't turn the camera back on. So I'm just going to have to guesstimate, but
Hey, Kevin.
yeah, so one of the reasons I couldn't use the CAD software stuff was if you look at the Technic structures.
hang on, I'm gonna give you
I'm
this,
actually-
but this is just blowing my mind here. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a Kubrick movie going on, man.
I'm tripping.
So if you look at the Technic structure itself, there's a bunch of rings that are put together as if they're trusses in a circular warped fashion.
Yeah, and those particular pieces don't quite actually fit without a little.
No, yeah, so I have to do some brick bending. I actually have to warp and pull them into position to clip them down.
Yeah, and the programs do not give you that flexibility.
You know who like
Studio
truckers
would have,
and
but
Wait,
yeah, Studio would have allowed it.
you need to take your camera and drop it through there again, because I need that to be my.
Yeah, smash your cam.
Sorry. Oh, you want me to show the inside core again?
Yeah,
do
it's
the
like,
inside
man, it's like a trip. Let's go.
Good thing you just ignored it. Yeah, I just took a 10 strip, so let's go down that rabbit hole. Oh yeah, man. I'm peeking right now, so this is awesome.
That's
Okay, so the camera. What I'll do is I'm going to turn my phone kind of on its side like that, and I can then get it down through the core. It might
Yeah,
flip
then
you
we
out.
can get,
Let's go.
get some tracers coming off of that thing. Everybody drop if you have some acid, man. Everybody in the chat, drop. We're going to do this.
Does that even look good? I don't even know.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Right now, everything looks so good because of the 10 strip. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to drop the phone. I'm gonna have to drop the phone to get to the last bottom part. My
Put the
hands
phone
clenched.
on a string or
There
what?
we go.
Those stretchy, sticky hands and use a stretchy, sticky hand. So it bungees.
Oh, I hit the button. How did I hit the button?
Oh my God, what is that? That's
I
not,
hit the button.
it's not a mod. It's a person.
Oh,
It's not a mod.
So that's
He
a
dropped his phone
lifelike
and he
Lego
logged
mod.
out.
That's what that is.
That mock looks like a human. That's the most
Great
realistic
job
mock.
making it look like a human.
Oh, we lost Moto. He'll be back.
Kick him out.
he dropped his phone and it shut off.
That's awesome. That was the best thing ever.
Oh,
And
hey,
all
okay.
is well in the land. You
Yeah.
want to see my stupid? Is this called Neo Classic? If it's even though
let
it's not technically classic, but it's Neo.
Sure, let's see.
It's a space garage, and the reason there's a space garage is because a CMF came out called the Space Miner, and that's not a space kid. It's a guy who mines in space. Just so you know, a lot of people are like, "Dude, that's kind of weird that you have a child in space figure." He's not a child in space.
Kids in space.
So this dude needed. He's gonna kick me out since I'm presenting.
No, hang on. Let me go back. I had to add him.
Yeah, you can just if you
Nope.
you can put it back on Moto and just tell him not to drop his phone.
Yeah, that was a bad idea because it got trapped in the structure and took forever for me to weed it back out.
You'll put it back there in seconds.
Well, it felt like forever.
Forever it must. Yeah, well, yeah, you were probably in some kind of wormhole anomaly where you were doing the same moment in time over and over for an eternity.
Yeah, I saved myself like Doctor Strange. I just kept repeating until I finally got the phone out.
That actually happens sometimes when you build stuff like that. You can actually create an anomaly wormhole and get stuck in a parallel dimension and not even know that you're not in the same dimension because the differences are so little and minute. So right now, you're probably not even in your original dimension. You're probably in a parallel that's so similar that you can't tell that you're in a different dimension.
I don't know how to answer that.
It's the Simpsons. It's the Simpsons episode where the dimension has it raining donuts outside, and
Right, but
No, I mean we're getting into some Rick and Morty style meta stuff here that I can't really wrap my head
there
around.
could be like a such a subtle difference, and it might be like one tiny thing in another part of the world that you will never visit. So everything else will be exactly the same, and you would have to actually go like over to Madagascar, and there would be a different type of native species plants in that dimension. And so unless you went and visited the island and found out about the different plants, you would never know the difference. That's how minute.
Look, man. Earlier in the show, I was trapped in a Lego versus a fig. I mean, anything is possible.
Right. None of it is real. This is none of it. This is all a hologram right now.
Who's your Bricks? I'll see you in the green room. We'll see. If
you mean the
You can.
So it doesn't. I don't have the little guys in there, but the little rubber guys. I took them out for a different mock. But so I rolled on not flat surfaces really good, like the treads, and I had to use those big hinges to get them to sit right and have the right amount of tension along the whatever. Oh, I just broke something off. It was just a ladder. You don't.
Hey,
yeah.
Are you coming to Brick Fair, Alabama, by any chance?
Yeah, I guess I have to or something. I'm legally contractually bound. Why?
So you got to turn that into a moon-based modular.
What I was about to say, yeah, you need to just sit that on a plate, put some connectors on it, and put it in the moon base. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
So I love the fact that you were inspired by a collectible minifigure to do a mock. So Chris, I shared another image from my first mock because I was introduced to Chris and Mark Sandlin, and they said, "Hey, we do these things called moon base," and I was like, "What?
Called what? What's it called?"
And so I came home, and the only thing I had was a bunch of the Arctic the Arctic ice city sets, and it was all the orange and dark gray. And I saw those space miners, and I was like, "Ooh, I can do something here." So I created a space miner type mock.
That's amazing.
Added into the moon base.
Ooh. And Zoom, I'll drop and be back in a minute. This is so cool.
That is so rad.
And the ship that's kind of hard to see, it's on the backside, is actually kind of reminiscent of one of the classic spaceships, the uranium detector.
Yeah.
Had the articulation in the middle.
Yeah.
So I threw that in there, and then had to add in that big orange trans neon dome at the top for the antenna array, and
the death beacon.
But yeah, so no, I love the fact that taking a minifigure and then going, okay, I got to build something for this minifigure.
Right, and that's what. So this thing actually does like laser mining. So then this comes out, and then
nice.
He sets it down. So there's like the thing that will like drill in it drills from that
laser core. Yeah.
And then that thing goes down. And then this guy gets all his stuff and throws it in the rear, drives away, and then this folds back in so that he can get out of there before the aliens, cut his airlines. Like that happened to this guy a lot of times where he almost died from his airlines being cut. That's just kind of like something that he has to deal with.
Awesome.
But so then this is using that the die piece from the games.
Oh.
That rubber with all the 6 sides.
Yeah.
6-sided die on a turntable, and then you can put all the little things there. And I had to build a garage for it. So it started with this guy. He caused this vehicle. The vehicle needed someplace to be on planet. And so I built that, and it's got like little computer things in the back consoles. Basically, the inside's pretty bare bones because we're storing the vehicle, right?
Yep.
And then, so I had tons of these rounded panels in white. I'm like, okay, well, those got to be on there. And then the back, I put them inverted so that it would look cool.
That industrial waffle look. Gotta love it.
And then the greeling, hold on, I'm almost there. And then the part where there's the front door. And then I put those inverted, like longer slopes.
Yeah, inverted slopes.
I thought that looked cool for texture. But then the roof, I just went Greeble crazy because I wanted to try out different techniques with greebling. So I took like the handlebar pieces that I have 100 of, and I stuck them in I stuck them in these little clips with the bar.
Oh, nice.
I stuck them on the phones because I had a ton of these gray phone receptors. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take all my weird little bits and just stick it all over and make the whole like on top, the thing that would keep the air going and keep the atmosphere pressure and everything is all up here.
You can never have too much Greebly.
And then the aliens, they can easily just bomb this and the whole garage is useless and he'll die of suffocation inside.
Oh, by the way, welcome my son to the chat. Look at him right there. There he is.
Junior.
I love his icon.
Yeah, that's a
Nitro Creeper.
That's awesome, dude. Did you kick Moto out of there?
No.
He probably saw this, crapped himself, and had to go clean up because he's like, that was a pretty cool space garage.
Yeah.
Because out of all the space garages I've seen, and I've seen thousands, this is my favorite.
I love it.
Thousands of space garages.
Oh, it looks great.
No, it looks great, really.
That's awesome, man. I love it.
Be careful. Be careful. I think someone is controlling you with a long, transparent stick.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I think the dimension that you're stuck in is very...
What? Hey, there's a man upstairs. What? Ah! Ah!
That's what happens when reality sets in. When you realize where you actually are, that's how you feel.
Moto finally cracked, everybody. We just have
Finally.
Oh, MJ says the animation on your son's, or the drawing Knuckle did for your son's avatar is like reminds him of Monkey King.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
It would have been awesome if we all had his fig on a stick like that. So when he ran off the screen, like I could have took it and ran through.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like transcends.
Speaking of that, I put together the Monkey King mech this weekend. I'm gonna go get it. It's an amazing.
I got it right here, Moto. Fazoom Jr. did this yesterday, so
That thing is beautiful.
yeah, here it is.
Yeah, you show yours and I'll show mine.
Hey now.
Hey, it's a family show. Here we go.
We're measuring color.
The bad thing, it's like a build that I made. There's a grab point where I would usually grab it and it snaps a piece off. So, but anyway, there it is. His big monkey feet.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's him standing on my computer right there. Yeah, so cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, and there's lots of detail here. You know, you feel like he's going to fall apart when you set him down, but actually, I mean, he's solid. Lots of stickers. I'd love to get the sticker sheet for this just to get other stuff on it.
Oh yeah, it's a Justin Ramsden set, so of course there's a million stickers.
Yeah. And then
Is
there's
it worth 150?
but yeah, super cool. Jake, he and I are going to review it for our channel, I'm sure, this week. I know everybody has, but so cool. It's ginormous, honestly. So, but yeah, we did that. We also did the pig. We got the pig food truck thing, which is super cool. Grab it. It's actually really huge too. It's bigger than I thought it was, but
Oh wow! Yeah.
Dang, that thing is monster sized.
yeah, it is. It's got great play features you can access here. Let me flip it open. The detailing inside is great.
Oh wow!
Yeah, these sets remind me of what they would have produced for a Lego movie if there had been a Lego movie at this point.
Correct. The cool thing is you got the grill in there, and what you can do when you go into secret base mode is you take the grill and it flips over to be a computer, right?
Awesome.
And then they've got a closet door snotted into the top that folds down, and there's a computer screen there as well. So much fun. But anyway, yeah, I love the series. It's got a great new part. It's the 3-wide curve here, and it's the rounded curve.
Yeah, that was in the Sistarian spaceship thing for Sweet Mayhem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, when I look at this mech right here, just like you said, the all of the metallic foil elements, the way the joints are put together. I mean, the way the legs are constructed are absolutely astounding, and especially like you said, that headpiece. I mean, if you look at the the amount of sticker and detail work in there, absolutely top notch. I'd highly recommend it.
My favorite thing is
I'm gonna go put mine down.
I love that the red-headed Geddy Lee that's in the set from Rush. That's just the best right there. So anyway, it's a great sets. I highly recommend them. All right. Well, we're getting close to an hour here, guys. In fact, we just hit
wow. Okay, that went by fast.
I think it went fast. Butt Chop, I hope, man, you will take that and turn that into a moon-based module and everything. I think he ran off. But everybody ran off. Look.
Yeah, one non-space thing, Monkey Kid thing, and all of a sudden everybody got dusted.
And he left.
Did somebody snap? Was there a gauntlet snap that we're not aware of? Is there anybody out there?
I'm still here. I think.
Okay, good.
To Hoosier Bricks, I didn't get him in the chat. He was in the green room, so my apologies. I'll get him in next time. And I hope we've done.
Sorry, guys.
Done about well by Julian. I don't know if you know, Julian is having to work a whole big bunch, and so I'll send that here to now with Miyamoto. Yeah. Apologies for those who are listening with headphones.
Yeah.
And,
what happened?
When you were screaming. It was
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be that loud.
I do want to point out that Julian will be playing games with me tonight. In about 45 minutes, we're going to do Red Dead Redemption 2 on my Twitch channel.
Ooh.
all right.
It's going to be really fun because neither of us has played it in a long time, and we don't remember crap about what's going on. So it's going to be the blind leading the blind.
Awesome. It's fun to hear you guys bust on each other. Butt Chop, I'm serious, man. You can turn that into a moon-based module, lickety split.
Oh, for sure, dude. I'll just throw it in the diaper box and bring it to Bama.
Yeah, man. We'd love to have it.
It travels really well because I brought this to a lug meeting, and then I showed it at the lug meeting. I brought it in the diaper box. No harm fell upon it on its diaper box journey. So now that's its home.
Awesome. All right. Anything else you guys are working on? Appreciate you guys being here today and coming over. For all those who have been in the chat today, I appreciate you coming over and finding my little channel, and I appreciate Julian for allowing me to host Pink Bucket Nation. I hope we did it today.
I came in to make sure you did it justice. I'm actually here undercover from BrickSmith Decree. BrickSmith sent me. He's like, you go in there, you take care of those boys. Real good life. But can I say something real quick before you end? 72-hour stream coming up in second weekend in July. If you need a spot, there's not many left. Hit me up. I need your email. I can send you the sign-up sheet. Once you have the sign-up sheet, you can pick the open spot you want. It's in Central Time. So you need to figure out your own time transfer. I'm not going to figure out your time zone to Central, okay? Just so when you pick your spot, keep Central in mind and go on Google and go, what's my time zone in Central Time for this day? And it'll tell you because Google does that for you. So 72-hour stream, if you want a spot, get in contact with me. If you don't get a spot, you'll have to join someone else's stream that they're hosting, and I don't want to hear you crying, bye!
Wow.
If you have any questions, you can put that in the email. If you email me, my email's on my YouTube under About. You just have to say that you're not a robot because I hate robots.
You got to send the carrier pigeon and then a smoke signal.
You can PM me and DM me on Instagrams, Twits, Chap Snatters, and monkeypuncher.com. No, Instagram, you can DM me. I'm checking it lately to try to get this thing scheduled. I scheduled it last year. It's not an easy piece of pie. So get your butts over there if you want a slot. Because if anyone cries, your tears will fall on deaf ears.
All right. I think we all got that somehow. Anyway.
I said it really fast, but most people who are here who've been around for a while know we did the third year of the 72-hour stream. You want a slot? All I'm saying is I just want to get it out there because I'm scheduling it and I'm way behind. I had more scheduled at this time last year, and June will fly by and it'll be July. So if you want a slot in the community, it's a community stream. You hop from channel to channel for 72 hours. It's great fun. You find channels you never heard of. You meet people. You meet new friends. I've met lifelong friends in the 72-hour stream. that I still talk to daily. So it's a great place to just lay back, have fun, all things Lego. Craziness in the early morning hours when people are overtired. Oh, cool, nice.
Ooh,
That's
keep
nice.
it in-
Whoa!
Just finished it.
Yes.
To the wire.
The high school is incredible. You got to try the app now.
Yeah.
With that, when you combine the augmented reality app with that thing, it's incredible.
Yeah, that's a nice looking building, hidden side or not. That's a nice looking building. All that dark red.
Yeah.
So cool.
Mwah.
And Butt Shop, if there's a Walmart near you, they're 40% off right now.
Oh, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Shut your buckets.
You shout your mouth. Well, I'm gonna have to go.
Well,
I gotta go.
They
to
weren't
Walmart.
40% off at my
Actually-
Walmart when there was $129.99.
At my Walmart, they're actually free. You just have to loot.
Oh,
That's a little
So,
too
I
soon,
don't
man.
I'm not promoting looting to all the kids in the chat, but that all the sets are free right now over at your Walmart if you loot. So have a good night.
Oh dear. All right, and with that,
And with that.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging out and talking
hey guys,
space.
thank you for showing up tonight. Thank y'all for listening out there. Hey guys,
Swoosh.
Julian, let's say it. Yeah, you gotta love those.
love those bricks.
Blaze,
Gotta love those bricks.
Love Brick.
Peace outside.
Blaze, you're on tomorrow night?